Peace and blessings. This is brother uh, Ebionite, and that's Sir Enoch on Epiphanius of Salamis on John the Baptist and the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 1 through 4, according to the Ebionites. Was John the Baptist a vegetarian? All right. So let's go ahead and jump over here to it. I want to go over here to head over here to Matthew chapter 3. Now, right here it says, in those days came John the Baptist preaching the wilderness of the Judea and saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of the heaven is at hand. For this is he that was spoken of. Sorry about that. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah, saying, the voice of the one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his paths right. Now, and it says, in the same John had his raiment of camel's hair and a leather girdle about his loins, and his meat was locust and wild honey. All right. Now, when you jump over here to the Panarion book of Epiphanius, chapter, this is on the Ebionites, chapter 13. We'll start at 1. It says, but I shall resume the thread of my arguments against Ebion because of the gospel according to Matthew. Of course, the discussion obliged to me to insert the whole of the knowledge which I had gained. Now, in what they call a gospel according to Matthew, though it is not the entire gospel, but it's corrupt and mutilated, and they call this thing Hebrew. The following passage is found there was a certain man named Jesus, and he was about 30 years of age. And he chose a vessel was coming with Capernaum. He entered into the house of Simon, son named Peter, and opened his mouth and said, to pass him beside the sea of Tiberias, and chose John and James, the son of Zebedee, Simon and Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, James, son of Alphaeus, and Thomas Thaddeus, Simon Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, the two. Matthew seated at the receipts of the custom that I call thou didst to follow me, and I will then be the 12 for a testimony of Israel. There it is. And John came baptizing there. Went on to them, the Pharisees, and were baptized in Jerusalem. And John had on a garment of camel's hair and a girdle of skin about his loins. And his meat, it says, was wild honey, whose taste was the taste of manna and the cake of oil. All right. This, if you please, to turn this account of the truth into the falsehood, substitute a cake and honey for locusts. You see what I'm saying? And they would typically get that from Numbers chapter 11 and 8. I would start 6 to 8. Numbers chapter 11, 6. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing in all besides this manna before our eyes. There it is. And the manna was according to the seed, and the color thereof as a color of delum. And the people went about and gathered it and ground it in the mills and beat it in mortar and baked it in pans and made cakes of it. And the taste was the fresh taste of fresh oil. All right. Peace of blessings. And give a second witness right there. Right there at the bottom, Matthew chapter 3, verse 4 through 5, but not Numbers chapter 11 and 8. On the gospel according to the Matthew, or what they would call a gospel according to the Hebrews. Peace and blessings. Please let me know what you think in the comment section.